listening to Let the Money Talk podcast, a podcast where our PhillipCapital's experts deconstruct world-class tactics, tools, and routines for managing your finances. I'm Rashawn, your host for Money Never Sleeps. Stay tuned for our experts' top tips. Hello and welcome back to Let the Money Talk. I'm Rashawn Gidwani, the presenter for Pitch Media. On today's episode, we're going to discuss the 5 steps to achieve financial freedom for those that are self-employed and for those who are freelancers. Joining us is a very special guest, Miss Ferlin Mok, an associate manager at PhillipCapital, and she's going to tell us more. Hi, Ferlin. How are you?
Hi, Rashaan. Thanks for having me on the program. I'm doing great. Yeah, so before I begin, I'd like to highlight that my sharing is purely my own personal opinion and should not be construed as professional financial consultation advice.
Thanks for clarifying, Ferlin. So I'm very interested to know, before we jump into the 5 steps, how is financial planning for the self-employed and freelancers different from everyone else? Ferlin?
Unlike individuals who are employed by a company and receive a fixed salary, the self-employed and those who are freelancers are their own bosses. This means they don't conform with a corporate structure, nor enjoy employee benefits that come with regular employment, such as CPF contribution, company medical benefits, and workman compensation insurance coverage. Their income drastically reduces when they are unable to work, unlike salaried individuals who continue to receive a fixed monthly pay even when they are on medical leave. So with these unique challenges in mind, when structuring a financial plan for self-employed and freelancers, it is important to consider their fluctuating income, the need for short-term liquidity, and the fact that any insurance plan they get is likely to be the only one they can fall back on.
Right. They must take into account these different aspects when starting to plan for financial freedom. They are their own bosses. They don't conform to a corporate structure, just like you said, and they have to consider fluctuating income as well.
Yes.
What are the key steps to structure a comprehensive financial plan for the self-employed and freelancers? Ferlin?
Structuring a comprehensive financial plan is as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So step 1 is to know your cash flow. The most commonly faced challenge for the self-employed is their fluctuating income, as their work could be project-based or seasonal. Therefore, it's very important to have an accurate picture of the average income and work out the cash flow from there. Taking an average of 6 months to 1 year of their income is a reasonable time frame that will form the basis of their monthly income. And step 2, start off with protection insurance first. In order of priority, hospitalization and surgical insurance, followed by personal accident insurance, and finally, income replacement insurance, or what we know as life insurance. And step 3 will be to contribute to the CPF ordinary account and special account. Although contribution to CPF ordinary account and special account are not compulsory for the self-employed and freelancers, this is highly encouraged. It is very tempting to reinvest your revenue back into your business, but you should also remember you are your most important employee of your business. So remember to pay yourself first. And that brings me to step 4, and that is to set aside a regular amount of savings, either into an endowment plan or investment, depending on your capacity for risk. And finally, step 5. The self-employed have a unique asset that most don't possess, and that is their business. If business is doing well, you should consider making a business succession plan to retain and receive the most value out of your business.
Brilliant. There you have it. 5 steps for the self-employed and freelancers to achieve financial freedom. Ferlin, you mentioned the concept of paying yourself first, right? Aside from reinvesting the profit of your business back into the business, how does that work? Can you elaborate on that, please?
Sure. As a self-employed person myself, I understand the pitfall that comes with the freedom of not contributing to the CPF ordinary account and special account. Self-employed people tend to avoid having their money locked in. This liquidity serves as a safety net for them to fall back on when business is slow and cash flow falls short. However, having too much cash in hand often leads to unnecessary splurging, whereas a failed business venture can easily wipe out a lifetime worth of savings. This is why it's important to make a some contribution to CPF monthly. This helps to stash away and build up a retirement fund that grows over time. Eventually, this money will go to the CPF Life Scheme and form your lifelong monthly income. From the personal income tax perspective, voluntary CPF contributions can potentially qualify for personal income tax relief. And for young business owners and freelancers, this contribution will also help them to save up towards the down payment of their first property.
Fantastic points, Ferlin. That's how they can pay themselves first. The down payment for a property, absolutely important. Also, creating a retirement fund, once again, very important. And for those who are self-employed and freelancers, they should keep track of unnecessary splurging because of excess cash in hand.
Yes.
Control your spending. Before we sign off, Ferlin, do you have any final words of advice?
Oh, sure. Most self-employed persons and freelancers devote almost all their attention and time to building their businesses. This is especially true in the early phase of the business. As a result, they set aside little to no time to look into their personal financial planning. When life throws a curveball, the harsh reality of ensuing medical expenses and their sudden involuntary departure can threaten or even end the business. So it's crucial to take time to look into your financial planning and engage a professional financial advisor to have this conversation. Feel free to reach out to me if you need any assistance.
Thank you so much, Ferlin. I agree with you. Once again, for those watching, please do engage a professional financial advisor to look into helping you with your financial plan. Just like Ferlin said, you never know what life has in store for you. You can reach out to Ferlin to find out more. You can connect with her on https://bit.ly/ttp Ferlin Mok, or you can visit our Phillip Wealth Advisory Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Phillip Wealth Advisory if you have further inquiries. Stay tuned for our next episode, which will be released soon. And if you're looking for the latest financial news in the mornings, I present the Daily Morning Note on PhillipCapital's YouTube channel and Facebook page at 8:30 a.m. on weekdays. I'm Roshan Gidwani. Thank you so much and see you all again soon. Thank you very much for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please forward it to others, share it on social media, and leave a review. Follow this channel for other podcasts.